Are you interested in growing your Facebook page, getting results like this, and getting engagements like this? I have 3 simple steps that if you start today, it'll help you grow your Facebook page. Let's go. You guys are so amazing. Listen, I want to say thank you so very much for clicking on this video. I created a video that's going to give you 3 simple steps that you can start with today that's going to help you grow your influence, grow your Facebook page so that you can get more comments, likes, shares, and all of the above. Listen, that's what I want you to do. If anything that I'm saying in this video is inspirational or it's motivating you, I want you to click the like button. If you're on YouTube, I need you to subscribe to this channel. We drop at least 3 videos every single week. Here we go. Here it is. Step 1. First thing you need to do, and I want you to really analyze it, I really want you to really consume, is to invest. Before you do anything, I know a lot of people are going to say different things, but I'm telling you the thing that works great for me, as you see right here, the following that I have, the amount, over 10,000 people follow us on Facebook. So the first thing that I want to suggest to everybody that's watching this video is to invest in yourself. I know you asked the question, it's kind of broad. What do you mean invest into myself? Am I investing in my health? Am I investing into my look? You're investing into all of the above. The first one I want you to invest in is invest into your look. Invest into your look. Invest into a wardrobe. You don't have to. And I'm going to tell you a quick break the bank scheme that you can really do, help you out financially, is if you have a brand, absolutely phenomenal. It's the best thing. So if you have a brand, you can get a few shirts, get about 3 shirts that you can change up in. As you see, I make my own t-shirts. I have my own company, so I have the Forgiven shirts that I wear every single video. And I understand if you're a YouTuber and you're just now starting out, I know how difficult it is to have new wardrobe or have a big expensive wardrobe or extensive wardrobe. Ladies, it's a little different. You guys can get away with it, but for the fellas, it does become pricey, especially if you don't have the budget for that. So my suggestion is, if you have a brand or a logo or something that represents you, I suggest invest into 3 good shirts that you can change out in every single video. Especially if you're selling the shirts, it makes it even more easier because you can still market your shirt. So the first thing I want to suggest to you is invest into yourself. It doesn't matter. Before you start it, I want you to invest into yourself. Look at your budget. Look at how much you're able to spend. I'm not saying you just go overboard and just drop dollars. You need to be strategic in everything that you do as you grow your Facebook page. So the first thing I want to suggest that has helped me: invest into yourself, invest into your photos. The biggest thing I'm gonna share with you now, if you look at this photo right here, I took this photo about 4 years ago, and of course you can see that I lost my hair, so now I'm due for another photo shoot. I'm about to schedule another photo shoot next week, but schedule a photo shoot and get a high quality photo shoot. Watch this. This is the key thing that I really want to encourage people. You get what you pay for. If somebody's offering you a photo shoot for $30, $40, $50, $100, run away. Unless it's your friend and you know their quality. But don't go for the cheapest thing that you find. Invest into yourself. The cheapest, when people go cheap, it's really expensive. And the reason I say that, because you do a photo shoot for $100 that's not really that good quality, and then when you really get your gears running and you really get into it and try to make flyers and all that good stuff, you're like, hold on, why does his flyer look like this and my flyer looks like that? Need to invest into a better quality photo shoot. So the reason I say that cheap is really expensive, because you keep on having to buy it over and over and over and over again. I'm gonna show you again. This picture right here that I took was high quality. It's not pixelated, so when you zoom all the way in, it doesn't pixelate, doesn't grain out. I can actually take this photo and put it on the billboard and it'll be great, and it's not going to grain out or anything. So I invested into that. I think that photo shoot was $374 to be exact, and she gave me a great deal. But you want to invest into your photos. Second one, invest. I'm still in the invest compartment, invest department. So the second one you want to invest in, you want to invest into your equipment. I hear this all the time. Well, I want to start the videos. I want to do the YouTube. I want to grow my Facebook page, but I don't have the videography. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the money. You can start with your smartphone. I started with my smartphone and I just became better at it each and every week. I learned different techniques and I just invested into myself. I want you to get your equipment, learn whatever you have. Start with what you have. And another video I show you and I tell you how I got to the place that I am now, because if you can see the quality of my first video,
do whatever it is that you're doing,
not that good, but if you see the quality now that I have going on, it's because I invested into myself. I learned everything that I can learn. I just invested into myself. So under the investment, it's the first two things is your photos. You have to invest into your photos. And the reason you want to invest into your photos is because when your brand begins to grow and people begin to call you and now you have to do flyers. Hey, can you send me a picture for your flyer? You don't want to send them a granulated picture of you and they put it on the flyer. It looks so terrible and you're telling people, listen, it's $50 an hour, $50 a minute, or whatever it is that you're charging to book you, and your flyer doesn't represent what your product that you're selling, or it doesn't represent you well. So the first thing in investment is invest into your photos, invest into your videography, your cameras, whatever it is that you want to do each week. If you're a public figure and you say, I want to drop a video each week, it's more cost effective to invest into yourself. Learn it yourself, because it's definitely expensive when you go out, and outsource it and other people have to record you, and it costs. I think the cheapest one that I found that was great quality, he was charging $125 an hour, and that's including recording and editing. But you really don't get that with too many people, because some people are trying to get the most they can get out of you. So I tell anybody, cut out the middleman and learn it yourself. All right, the third one under investment that I want to share with you is invest into your look. I'm not just talking about photos. I'm not just talking about the equipment, but I'm talking about your look. Take your look very seriously. I see so many people. Have you ever seen somebody on Facebook, on YouTube, or Instagram, and wow, they look so good? Then you see them out in public, and you're like, hold on, is this the same person? They look different. So invest into your look. Get a haircut. I do. I'm telling you what I do. I get haircuts. Well, now I don't get haircuts no more because my hair fall off. So I cut my hair twice. I cut my hair every day. Let me take that out. I cut my hair every single day. I shave every single day. I make sure that I'm picture ready, camera ready. Every time the lights and the camera come on, I make sure that I'm camera ready. So invest into your look. And I know it may sound vain, but this is so true. Nobody wants to follow somebody that they look at and it's like, hey, I don't see no difference between you or me. Everybody follows something that's in a fairy tale land that they want to live in, but maybe they can't live in. Maybe they don't have the finance. Maybe they don't have the dream. Maybe they don't have the drive. But you notice this, most people, I remember MTV Cribs. When people used to watch MTV Cribs, the reason the ratings were so high, or still high, they don't have MTV Cribs, but they do have celebrity housing, but the reason they are so high in ratings is because everybody wants to live that fantasy life, right? Who doesn't want to drive the fancy car, live in the big house? So that's what I want to share with you under investment. The third one is invest into your look, your haircuts, your nails, ladies, your hair. Make sure that your hair looks good every time you get on video, because the thing about the investment part is you want to stay consistent. Not only do you want to stay consistent, but the fourth and final part in investment is always be teachable. Always be learning. I tell people this all the time. They say, how do you grow your page? How do you get to the place that you are now? I'm always learning. I never get to a place where I get comfortable in the space. I learn and I master the space that I'm in. Once I master it, then I try to learn something else. Master that, learn something else, master that. So, if you've been following me for a while on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, you've seen my quality has grown. So you see that. So that's the thing that I want to tell you. Number four, number one, invest into your photos. Number two, invest into your equipment. Number three, invest into your look, your hygiene, things that you should be doing anyway when you want to be a public figure. But number four, and the final thing, invest into your knowledge. Always be teachable. Learn. Listen, I would spend hours and hours and hours and hours watching preaching videos. I spent hours watching videos about the lighting or how to do interviews better. invest into yourself. Nobody will invest into you more than you will invest into yourself. Why? Because you have more in stake or more invested in what you're trying to do. Invest into yourself. That's one part that you can start today that'll help your brand grow. Number 2, have a professional look. Now, when I say have a professional look, I'm talking about having a professional look all across the board. I'm talking about the way you look, your photos. Listen, and I know we said it in invest, but that's another thing that keeps on popping up. Your photos. Why are you saying this? Because I was talking to a business owner, entrepreneur as well, and he was just telling me, I said, who do you follow on Instagram? And one of the things that he said that when people follow me, I look at their photos to see how high quality their photos are. And if their photos are high quality, then chances are I'll check out their page. But if they don't have enough understanding to invest into their photos, they're not going to really invest into their brand, because that's the most damaging part. Most people say, oh, it's too expensive. Well, you really don't want to get to the place that you need to get to. Think about this. Anybody can take a picture with their phone. Anybody, everybody that really doesn't know have pictures of their phone, from their phone on their social media. But what really makes you stand out is the professional photos. That's the biggest thing that makes you stand out. The question becomes again from invest, how much are you willing to invest into you? Most people do this for hobbies, but I'm talking about people that want to take this to the next level, that are actually getting 6 figures, or that's living off of this, as I'm doing. I'm living off of what I'm doing on social media. It's a blessing, but you have to invest into yourself. The key thing about it is you can't expect other people to book you for either preaching engagements or speaking engagements or book conferences or workshops, and you're expecting them to give you $1,500 to $3,000 for your time when you want to invest into your own photos. So that's the number 1 thing with the second part of have the professional look. Invest into your photos, but then also too, this is the biggest thing, always be professional. That's number 2, always be professional. But the biggest thing that kills me every single time is you have to check your grammar. You listen, check your grammar whenever you post, whenever you make a meme. Check your grammar, because you know the day and age that we live in now, people will take one thing that you say, cut it up, chop it up, and if it gets in the right person's hand, you can be viral for the wrong thing. That's one thing you don't want to do. You want to build your brand to be great. You want to build your brand to be strong. You want to build your brand for other people to look up to. Make sure that your grammar is intact. This is the most critical thing that you can do. I want to share with you, if you're not there yet financially to invest into your clothing, your wardrobe, this is what I want to share with you. You can go to Walmart, get some great clothes, look good, and still have that professional look. Or better yet, you can just go up to the thrift store. I'm giving you a sneak peek, whatever. Go to the thrift store, get you some clothes, put it in the cleaners, make sure it looks good. That's it. Make sure that you have that professional look on Facebook, on social media, and also off of social media. Because the worst thing is just like a rapper. The worst thing that you can find out is that they are not who they say that they are. The worst thing. That's the first thing that kills your credibility. How do you know this to be true? How many times have you been out driving, you're riding, going to the store, going somewhere, and you spot somebody that you known from high school, or you see one of your friends, but this is the caveat. You see them, but they don't see you. How many times has that happened to you while you've been out? You're talking about money, you're talking about this, you're talking about motivation, but when people see you, you don't look like what you display on social media. So make sure that you have the professional look all across the board, on social media and also off social media. Number 3, engage with your followers. I see this all the time. Now, I understand once you get your page to 100,000 likes, 200,000 likes, now I'm just going to be honest with you. Even when I get to that status, 100,000, 500,000, I understand I won't be able to comment or respond to everybody. But what I will do, I will make an honest effort to respond to as many people as I can. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's what I want to share with you. As you build your platform, your social media, your Facebook page, that's the number one critical piece that you can do in part 3, in step 3, is engage with your followers. It's nothing that's more arrogant than you comment on somebody's post and you really, oh wow, this really blessed me. And they look at the post and you know they looked at the post because they're posting other things and they don't respond back to your comment. And it's as if they're this superstar. I'm talking to people that don't have a name, that's trying to build a name. Engage with your followers. And I'm not just talking about, watch this, there's so many people that have generic replies to things, right? I'm not talking about those. I'm not saying, oh, God bless you, or thank you, that's cool, nice, thank you. No, I'm not talking about that. Make something that's custom for your engager or for your follower at that moment. And I promise you, it will go a long way. If you look at my page, aos.inspires, you will see faithful, loyal people that's been following my page since day one. And the crazy part about it is you're asking the critical question, why have they been following you? It's not that I create some great, big, extravagant content. It's not that I post that's so deep. It's not that I preach so well, but I engage every single follower that I have. And then I make it my business. I can have a post that gets 500 likes. Guess what? Every single comment that comments below my post, whether it's 500 or 1,000, I make sure I like every single comment. And most of them, majority of them, depends on how many comments that's left, I try to reply back to their comments on Facebook, because people don't care how much you know until they see how much you care. That's a piece of my my success on Facebook, is that I've been engaging with my followers. Another thing too, on my phone, I have under my notes section, it's called marketing. So I have this script that I, thank you so much for your likes, shares, and comments. It's because of supporters like you that has helped us reach the platform that we've reached. So everybody, and I try to do it, and I'm kind of slacking in the last few weeks, but every single person that shares an AOS Inspires video, and I try, listen, this is the key part, don't overdo it. You don't want to, if one person shared it, 3 of your videos in one day, you don't need to comment on all 3 videos. Just comment on one. Let them know that you're there. If they do it again the next day, share another video the next day, a totally different video, do it again. But don't overdo it, because you get oversaturated, you overdo it, it's like, you're annoying. Stop. So, but that's the big thing. Engage with your followers. And what I do is, when you share a post, a video, a post, or whatever of AOS Inspires, I make sure I go to your page, matter of fact, I love the share, whatever it is, men or women, I love the share, because I want to let you know that I greatly appreciate your engagement, your following, your sharing my posts, because my thing is, this is our motto. Thank you for sharing, liking, and comment. It's because of followers like you that has helped us fulfill our mission. And what is our mission? That's to empower the world to never give up. So after I love their comment or their post, the share, I love it. Then after I love it, I make sure I leave that comment. It's because of supporters like you that has helped us reach the masses and fulfill our mission. That's to empower the world to never give up. Engagement is so important, because without engagement, without that extra touch, people will not be inclined to follow you again. They may not. It all depends on the content that speaks to their spirit. But that's going to be the biggest thing, especially when you're building up your brand, building up your platform. Engagement, engagement, engagement. I can't scream that enough. Engagement. And don't do a generic engagement. Make it mean something. Now listen, I know I said 3, but I got to give you the caveat to it all. I have to give you, this is the bonus footage, if you will. All right, this is the bonus footage. Another part that will help you a lot to help you grow your following starting today. Find out, a lot of people say niche, or it's really called niche. Find out your niche. And once you find, I'm talking about on Facebook, once you find your niche, you find the niche that you're in, whether it's motivational speaking, whether it's beauty and supply, whether it's doing nails, whether it's hair tutorials, makeup tutorials, whatever it is that you're doing, find your niche. And once you find your niche, this is what you do. You go to every single group that's associated with your niche. If it's motivational speaking, go to every single single page that's motivational speaking on Facebook, all the groups. Now, I like to join groups that's 5,000 and above, or 1,000, no less than 1,000. If it's less than 1,000, either I'm invited in and I accept it. I don't try to join groups that's less than 1,000 because you're limiting your exposure. Now, you can limit your exposure with groups that has 10,000 because everybody may not be checking it, but the chances of you reaching more people is higher. So join every single group that you can join. Now, you have to catch it because you can get caught by the Facebook police if you post too much. But you check every single group that you're in. Make sure it's really associated with what you're doing, your niche. Make sure it's really associated, because if it's not really associated with your niche, then you're just spinning your wheels for no reason. So this is what I want to tell you. Join different groups that's associated with your niche. Read their guidelines and their rules. Once you read their rules, abide by their guidelines and their rules, then this is what you do. When you post a great video or you make a great post, this is how you do it. You share your post in the different groups. I'm giving you guys this for free 99. You share your posts or your videos in the different groups. Now, the people that want to be successful and the people that just doing this for a hobby. You have to be consistent. Listen, I'm stopping right here. I can't keep on giving you this for free. This is what I want to tell you. If this is blessing you and you finding value in this video, I need you to comment below, because there's a ton of other tricks and tips and great parameters and great advice that I can give you to help your Facebook page go from 0 to this. Listen, family, you guys are so amazing. I want to say thank you for all of your likes and shares, your comments. Listen, if you found any value in this video, I hope that you did. Hit the subscribe button, drop the thumbs up button for me on YouTube, and also leave a comment below of other creative contents that you would like to hear. If you're on Facebook, I want you to share this video. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with, and with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. In this season, I want everybody to win. There's no competition. Why? Because there's a room enough for all of us to win. Listen, like, share, and comment. I see you next week. Grace and peace.